Welcome to Monday's Coffee with Jesus. We are going through John chapter 3, looking at this really important subject of being born again. And we saw on Friday that Jesus had said no one can enter the kingdom of God unless they are born of water and the Spirit. And he goes on to explain. Verse 6, flesh gives birth to flesh, but the Spirit gives birth to spirit. You should not be surprised at my saying, you must be born again. So you think about it, it's obvious. When a male and a female human being unite and a child is born, it's flesh. Flesh gives birth to flesh. When God created humanity, we are told that he breathed into them, and so they became a living being. Now, it's the same in the new creation. In order for us to become Christians, we need to be born again, and we need God's Spirit to breathe into us. Now that's where this common understanding of being born again as some kind of badge, even a political badge, or as something that we do, that's at our beck and call, is so wrong. Because Jesus is not saying that. He's saying you can't even see the kingdom of God. You can't enter it. You can't see it unless you are born of the Spirit. Now, why would we be surprised at Jesus saying that? I think because within all of us there is some kind of tendency which would want to suggest we don't need to be born again, that basically what we are is fine, all we need is a little bit tweaked. You know, that maybe we just need reformation in society. I mean, today, for example, just to give you one example from today, after the attempt to set fire to the synagogue in Melbourne, the Victorian Premier just announced that, she'd have her hate commission and there was no room for hate, and somehow they were going to legislate against hate, or they were going to prevent hate happening. No, you're not. You're just not. I mean, well-intentioned, you can't legislate against hate, and you won't prevent hate happening, because hate is something that's internal and within. It is fed by outward things. It is fueled, if you like. But the idea that governments can legislate goodness into us and love into us is ludicrous. We need a new beginning. We need a new life. And that's where Jesus says, don't be surprised at me saying this. It's obvious. You should be able to see it. And nobody can give it except me. He's the one who gives the gift of the Spirit. That's why, by the way, it is so vital for our society that more and more people become real believers, because that spiritual influence will spread throughout the whole of society. All right, my voice is beginning to go, and I really don't want to lose it, because I've got a General Assembly coming up, and want to be able to use my voice, so I will leave you there, but don't be surprised at Jesus saying you must be born again, and ask for his Spirit, and we'll see you tomorrow.